What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It's episode number 58 and we are back with a brand new season as our 7th year of the save gets underway today and our second at the Groupama Stadium on the back of guiding Lyon back to the Champions League and winning the Coupe de France, where for our second year we'll have a budget of £49 million. Not a lot, but don't forget, when we advance one day in the calendar, we will see what should be, I think, a club record sale. I think it's more than the Ndombele sale, I think, to Spurs way back in the day for Sanchez going to Real Madrid. So in total it'll be around £90 million, I think. I'd say it's a little under what I was expecting, but it's not too bad. And actually no, it's I think third most expensive departure in club history behind Ndombele's and Lacazette's as well. But anyway, speaking of departures, we don't need to do any more of that in the summer window because we can't. We can only just about make a bench now. And of course we know that Zietler is probably going to go. I think Mera will probably go as well. But as the summer window is going to get underway, we've got to make some signs. We've got zero debt for the new season. Quite literally zero debt whatsoever. You'll see there will be a few players that deals coming at the end of the year as well. Valentin, Fofana, Tracy, I would say all are going to get a new contract, but not too sure about the captain, Tanner Tessman. Now he's going to be turning 30 during the season. But yeah, big summer window for Olympique Lyonnais to come. 90 mil in the budget. Got to spend our pennies wisely again. Got to add to depth. But also, if we are to try and run it back in the Cup, win the League and go far in the Champions League, I need more first team quality as well. I need a really good summer window. Just realising as well, we're in a bit of trouble here because, as I said before, we'd like to play with the 4 homegrown ruling players. What? We'd like to play with the ruling of having 4 homegrown players. Is English your first language, Doxy Boy? Because sometimes I'm not sure. But Malo Gusto is, of course, 1. And that's it, isn't it? Diawara as well, 2. And we've got Mera 3. And is there another? Diawara, Mera, and De Carvalho as well. But he barely plays and is probably going to go. So we do have the 4, but I think I need to bring someone back because at the moment we're scraping it, and I'm pretty sure at least one of those players is going to go. So naturally, first order of business is to get that new left back in. There's a few names on the shortlist I'm quite keen on. You know who I want to bring in, but I think for the realism, I don't think we're ready yet. Chelsea's still a Champions League team and obviously beat us last season in the Europa League phase as well. He's the best left back in the world right now, so I don't think for realism he should come in. And we ain't got the money anyway, to be honest here. But there's a few players who could probably turn into a left back over time, to be fair, with some decent stats. I quite like the idea of having Bouadai as a false back at left back as well. The stats he's got, great stamina but great passing stats as well. I'm not against that. Leo missed out on the Champions League last season and he's also available on a cut price deal. For versatility, and we know that Morton and Tessman, one of those two is going to go anyway. I like this signing. Let's go bring him in. Considering he's out of contract coming the end of the season, I possibly could have got him cheaper, but I'm still not going to say no to an under the valuation deal. Yep, arriving on a 5-year, 45 grand a week deal. This is one of the biggest wonder kids in career mode this year, at least from France. And after Lille failed to qualify for the Champions League, looking to jump ship, he's moved in the country and come to the Coupe de France winners. So welcome to the Groupama Stadium. What a signing this could prove to be. Ayoub Bouadi. Ayoub Bouadi. I'll have to look the pronunciation. I think it's Ayoub Bouadi. But yeah, great signing. Still getting better. Only 23 years old. 6'1's a real nice bonus. Great physical stats as well. You know, I love that super high stamina, but technically as well, very, very good ball control, very good dribbling, and good defensive stats along with the passing stats as well. The versatility to this guy means he's probably best suited as a deep line playmaker, but again, also could possibly play as a fullback if required as well. I think for now, he'll probably take Tessman's place at DM, but yeah, versatile and can play really anywhere. Yeah, I think Tessman was great for us last season as the club captain, but as we know, it's going to Freddie for this season due to his brilliance. And he's been a great servant for Lyon, but as we know, we're trying to make this side younger now. Due to turn 30 during the season, it's time for him to be shipped on as Fabre will take that captain's armband. But we still need depth. We still need depth, no doubt about that. Obviously, Morton is going to be back for the first game of the season after breaking his toe at the end of the year. But that might be the only big signing we make of the window. There's still 40 million in the budget, but our main concern now is not first team quality, but again, strength in numbers. We need the depth. Yep, as much as I'd like to bring Bradley Barcola back to Lyon, as much as I'd like to bring Norton to the Groupama Stadium with me as well, depth is where we're most concerned now. So with that being the case, there's a few players again who I think we can get on cut price deals, including Lama Rochelle at Strasbourg, who also missed out on Champions League football last season. Definitely not against him coming in if Mera does go, but again, I do want to keep him for that homegrown ruling. I think I might advance a few days in the calendar, see if any bids come in, and then assess what we're going to do after that. So I've sold Zietler to Fiorentina. I've been trying to sell Tanner Tessman as well. But the reason why it's not going through is because we haven't got any more depth. So you physically can't sell any more players when you have 0 players in your. So that's why Tessman's still here. So before he can go, I need to bring someone else in. So let's go make a new signing. And if Tessman is to go, we'll need another new DM. And to be fair, this guy looks really solid. Right now with Al Hilal, Valentin Atangang, light the stamina, good balance as well, and technically too, great passing and defensive stats, very good anchor man. And again, can get him for under the valuation too. Let's go bring him in. And my apologies, it's not Al Hilal he plays for, it's Al Akli. I'll be honest, I don't really know too much about the Saudi Pro League, even though it is of course growing in reputation in recent years, but now he is coming back to France and arriving on a 5-year, 40 grand a week deal for £24 million. What a bargain this could prove to be for a really handy squad player in the prime of his career. Welcome to the Groupama Stadium, Valentin Atangana. And again, you look at his stats here, definitely could see this guy playing as a right back, possibly when we need to rest Gusto. But yeah, primarily at CDM as an anchorman is where he'd be at his best. So I think now, I must say, I'm not against possibly Tyler Morton going in this window at 28 himself now, alongside Tanner Tessman and a new DM duo. Of course, did go down with a broken toe towards the end of the season. I want to keep him, but if we get an offer, I've got his replacement here already. And there is the departure of Tanner Tessman off to Inter Milan for 26 million, where right now it's basically 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out. Let's go make a new signing as well, as you continue to bring in the younger players for the future, but also good French national players as well. Next up at AS Roma, another player at contract coming at the end of the season, Mohamed Maita. Love the 88 strength. Looks to me like he could be an upgrade on Promise David, who we had with Sunderland. A tall, strong striker to bring off the bench when the pace isn't working. And again, out of contract coming at the end of the season, let's bring him on a cut price deal. Ooh, but he's asked to be an important player in the team. And unfortunately, I can't really offer him that as I'm trying to convince him to take a rotation. We know, as I said before, one of the common problems with contract negotiations in career mode is that players will never, and I mean literally never, accept a lesser squad role than what they want. Now, you can give them better, but you can't give them anything less than that. And so because that's the case, I'm going to say to Mohamed, as much as I'd like to bring you in from Roma, it will be a great deal for us. I can't promise you that. So that being the case, I'm going to end negotiations. Because it's so easy to sell players, you don't have to do this if you don't. Wow, I've gone very blonde there. You don't have to do this. You can just give them important. It doesn't really matter too much if they go come the end of the season. You won't lose money. You can sell them for a profit pretty much always. But for the realism, I can't offer that. So I'm going to say no. Goodness gracious, what's happened to my hair? To be fair though, there are a couple of young talents here with Stade Rennais and FC Lorient who look really, really good. Now, Sacco helped them get to the Coupe de France semi-finals last year, and he looks really, really solid, this young Ivorian forward. And there's this loud Camera with Stade Rennais as well, who I like the look of too. Look at those physicals, absolute monster. Are either available on a cut price deal? I don't think so. Oh, Sacco is, to be fair. I might go for him, you know, he looks really good. Yep, he helped fire FC Lorient to promotion last season, up to the Ligue 1 this year, and of course that Coupe de France semi-final place as well. And at a contract coming the end of the season, this guy will be a great backup for Connor Tracy. Can get in front of the valuation. I probably could have got him cheaper as well, to be fair, but for a great young Ivorian talent, possibly the next Drogba, I guess we'll see. But again, I'll only give him a contract if he accepts a rotational role, and if he wants anything more than that, I'm going to say no, because I still have faith in Tracy, even though last year was a bit hit and miss. And he is going to accept it as well, thankfully. He'll accept the rotation squad role. So this will be the... Why have EA done this, by the way? Why have they made the text, like, transparent in some of the backgrounds? But a 5-year deal, rotational squad role, no release clause, obviously. And I'll put his salary up to 30 grand a week. Off the bench for Connor Tracy, this could be a really good young talent to look out for. What's his potential? Come to think of it, I don't think he'll show it because, yeah, he's 23, isn't he? But he will be getting better, no doubt about that. He's still going to be getting better. Not sure how much better, but definitely one to look out for here. Really like the strength, 89. He's just under 6 foot, but tall enough for me. And again, decent heading stat as well. I mean, whilst he won't be a dominant aerial force, he'll still have something to his game. And I love the long shots. To be fair, he does remind me a bit of a Drogba with that strength and the long shot ability. Didier Drogba could hit them from range, couldn't he? With the volleys as well. I like this. Possibly next Didier Drogba. We've got him here with Lyon. So what are we down to in the budget now? £20 million. Okay, all right. That's still enough for 1 or 2 more squad players, I would say. And I've got a couple on my shortlist right now. Oh, let's sort the Fofana and Tracy. I haven't given those guys contracts yet, but yeah, Connor was hit and miss last season, but I still back him as my main man up top with Sacco off the bench. And Fofana as well, he's going nowhere too. Let's sort these contracts out. But I can't, at least not with Connor. And with Fofana as well, will he let me negotiate? Oh, he will. So Malik's okay staying, but maybe Connor Tracy is thinking about leaving. Well... I don't know now. I wouldn't have pulled out negotiations with Maita, but we'll give Fofana a new deal. Getting into prime of his career, he doesn't appear to be getting any better, but I mean, 87 overall, that's more than good enough right now with us here with Olympique Lyonnais. So Malik okay to stay. One of the star players here that we inherited, obviously had no plans to get rid of him. It would take a slight pay increase for a new 4-year extension. He's going nowhere, but is Connor going? Obviously, you're not selling Max Sense. That's definitely not happening because that makes no sense for Max Sense to go. Ha ha ha. But yeah, Tracy might end up going after all in the end. Now, we don't get any bids for it, and that's the thing. Now, we should get a slight amount of money for us. Oh, Sunderland want to take Tyler back to England. Now, I did say I wasn't against selling him, but... I mean, I don't have to sell Sunderland. They're not a Champions League team anymore, a Europa League team. I'm probably going to turn that one down. I don't want Tyler to go, man. I know he had the injury last season, but Tyler, despite the fact he's 28 years old now, I want to keep him here because whether he starts at DM or possibly as a left back, he can play there. He's a great versatile player, and I do not want to lose him, man. He was so consistently good last year. Problem is, I might have to sell him to make sure we can get enough money to bring in a thicker squad because we are still down to the bare bones here, really. But I think I just saw a player conversation with Tracy, and I believe he's going to say, hang on. What's he said there? What? Not... What? Not... Sorry, hang on. Not getting games? What are you talking about, Connor? You were our star striker and played every single league game last season, our top scorer, and we haven't played a single game this season. What are you talking about? Oh, what is this? What is this, Connor Tracy? Are you kidding me? Now, I could understand if there was a big bid coming in from Real Madrid, but mate, no one's approached you. I can't believe that is stupid. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. I thought EA had fixed this. Evidently not. That might be the worst one I've ever seen. I'll never forget when Evan Ferguson requested a transfer after 2 months in my Swansea career mode because he didn't play a League Cup game, I think it was. But that might be even worse. It's pre-season, bruv. We haven't even started yet. What are you talking about? Well, Sacco, you were supposed to come in and be his understudy, but instead you're getting thrown in, mate. I can't believe that. That is stupid. That is, like, literally, that is just so stupid. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Like, nothing. He played every game last season. Like, it's just, oh, come on, man. Come on. Well, if he goes, we'll get around, what, 50 mil, I'd like to think. So it will give us enough cash to bring in a replacement if we don't want to have Sacco starting. But that's so annoying, man. That's so annoying, man. Seriously, if Spurs put a bid in, I'll try and get around 70 mil out of the North London side. Because to me, at 23 years old, he's definitely worth that. Only getting better. But, oh, that's... It's so frustrating when things like that happen. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Maresca is just taking the mick at this point right now. I was very close to swearing there. £67.5 million, and they all say yeah, but that's just so annoying, man. Like, what more could I have done? Seriously. The other bid, funny enough, is from Chelsea as well, so we'll accept that bid too. Don't forget, we still do need a left back. So in a weird way, I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation here. It might not be a terrible thing that he does end up leaving as Chelsea at £68 million, because this will give us enough money to bring in a good first-team left-back and improve the squad depth at the same time. But he was my guy up top, man, my top scorer. I had absolutely no plans to sell him. But yeah, one of those, man. Your hands are a bit tired, really, especially knowing that contract coming the end of the season. But anyway, just kind of slightly increasing the offers with each club here. I've said before, I wish you could make ultimatums to other clubs. So when you accept a bid that's higher from one club, you should be able to say to the other clubs, listen, it's highest bidder here. Like, the other clubs have put in a higher offer, so you're going to have to match that now. Otherwise, we're going to block your bid. But Bayern say no to 70 mil. So I think it's pretty up to London, but I'm so frustrated. Yep, Connor Tracy, top scorer last year, no plans to replace the New Zealand international, but refusing to negotiate a new contract, making up an excuse, and now off to Spurs for £67.5 million. Won't get a chance to reunite against him this season with Spurs not being a CL club, but the only saving grace is that a new club record departure does raise our budget up to over £80 million. So not quite what I wanted to happen, but in the grand scheme of things, I guess not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I might trust Sacco as my guy after all. And if I do go for a left back, how much would Chelsea want for Garoy? I bet it's around 150 mil. I mean, the guy is world class, right? Yeah, not going to get him, are we? Yeah, oh man, that has really thrown a spanner into the works. I don't know what to do now. I'm not sure who to go for here. And do I trust Sacco up top, or do I go for a big new striker up top? I could still go back in for Maita if I wanted to, and probably negotiate the same sort of fee. You've got Tierno Barry at Wolfsburg, of course, the former Everton and Villarreal forward, who I'll be able to afford. Krupi at Bournemouth as well. He's an absolute superstar in the making. And maybe even with Spurs as well, bring Matthias Tel, or try to bring him back to France on the back of them signing Connor Tracy off us. I'm not against that, you know. Problem is, I probably won't be able to add to the depth if I do that. So, with that being the case, let's go bring in another player under the valuation. A couple of players here I'm really keen on as a backup winger / attacking midfielder. But as you can see, look for players out of contract coming the end of the season, available in cut price deals. Strasbourg missed out on the Champions League last season, but this guy is a really talented player. Maybe not the best physically, but technically, absolutely fantastic as an attacking midfielder. Felix Lemarachel. Let's go bring him in. Another brilliant budget signing, and not quite as young as the squad we're trying to build here. Someone that will definitely be here for at least a couple of years. And whilst he has agreed an important squad role, and I mainly saw him as a backup, to be fair, with the stats he's got, I could see him starting on that right-hand side ahead of Gomez. We'll certainly get the game time. Welcome to the Group AMA Stadium, Felix Lemarachel. Be honest, don't know too much about this guy, but did play against him last year with Strasbourg. Looks pretty tidy. Again, 4-star weak foot, decent versatile stats as well. And again, to me, whilst he's not the quickest, could be an inside forward on that right-hand side with the 4-star weak foot as well. I'll take that for 24 mil. And again, still got plenty of money to work with as well, which is really important because we all need it. Or should I start him or Gomez? I think Gomez still. Gomez wasn't great last season, don't get me wrong, but he did, of course, score the winner in that Coupe de France final. So I think I'll stick with the pacey winger and have him coming off the bench. He'll definitely get game time, though, no doubt about that. Right, with that being the case, still a bit of money in the budget, as you'll see. I think we'll jump into our first game of the season on the back of making 4 new signings to the window. And of course, the big unexpected departure of Connor Tracy as well. So he is gone, Tessmann is gone, Zietler is gone. Quite a few departures in this summer window with 4 new recruits coming in. Starting this season off with Nice at home, aiming to make a statement on matchday 1 that last year was a second place finish. This year, we're going to try and challenge PSG for a title. Last year, we were never really in a race. This year, we have to be. First game of the season at the Group AMA Stadium. Nice at home, Alain Lyon. Sure, I would have included it pre-game as well, but our objectives for this new look Lyon team are to reach the quarterfinals of the French Cup. That to me is a very kind objective. I'm going to try and retain it this year if I can. The tough one is to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. Not sure if we can do that in our first year back in it. My target was last 16 or quarters, but Freddie, great work, great ball. Great turn. Oh, and a massive block preventing Saka. Hang on. Is that a pen? What for? Bukayo has been penalised, but it's a pen for Lyon. All 50-50 after a fan released a ball. I didn't see that initially, but actually, do you know what? I think that's the right call. And Double F on his first game as Lyon captain at home can give us the lead and put us in front. And yeah, I was going to say the league objective is to finish in a Champions League spot. That's my aim as well, as Freddie is denied what would have been a goal on his debut as Lyon captain, and it remains at 0-0 for now. Now that was not in the script. Even so, still 0-0. Good start from the host, but as things stand, still goalless for now. Opportunity spurned. That is Freddie Fabre in a nutshell. Last season, he scored some majestic goals from ridiculous angles and needing the best technique possible. But don't forget, he missed some sitters last season, and he misses there from 12 yards, what should have been the opening goal for Lyon. We'll get more chances, though. Good start from the hosts. Yeah, again, with no Connor Tracy, our top scorer going. Who is going to be the man that gets us the goals this season as what we are, a low-scoring Olympique Lyonnais side? There's Freddie on the counter. Keeps holding the ball. Rolls it into Sako. Tangana. Buadi. Gomes. Sako. Fofana. Tangana. Sako. Freddie ain't going to miss twice. Wonderful move. Slowed it down. Patiently probed. Found the opening. And you know this guy will not miss twice. Freddie Fabre off the mark. Well, that is a trademark way for Olympique Lyonnais to start the season. Not dominant, not convincing, but still finding a way to win. And the scorer, no surprise, our new club captain, Freddie Fabre. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Massive thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next one with the rest on the summer window. Over 50 million in the budget. Definitely making at least 2 or 3 more signings as the rebuild will continue, and more games in Ligue 1 plus the draw for the Champions League phase. Don't miss it, and I'll see you for it very soon.